My husband is a big old man, 6'4". Very Superman-like, broad shoulders, narrow hips. He weighs about 230, 250 if we're all on gluten. I am 5'8", I'm a big girl, and we breed big kids. So we had all these beautiful tall children, and my girls ended up playing volleyball and travel volleyball all over the United States, but they grew to be 5'8" and 5'9". We thought they were going to be taller. They wanted to be 6 feet so badly, and I finally said, you know, do you really want to go into the transgender store and get your shoes? You know. But anyway, so my baby child grew really quick, really fast, and I think it's all that chicken I fed her. Now we don't eat any hormones and anything, but you know, back then we didn't know. So anyway, she grew really quick, really fast, and in elementary she was about 5'5", 5'6". And so she was taller than all the little children and the principal and all the teachers. And she hated it, was so self-conscious. But the good news is very athletic, very strong. And so all these teams around East Tennessee would call me and ask me, can she play goalkeeper for me in soccer? I'll buy her an iPhone. I'm not kidding. Could she play basketball for me? Because you just didn't see girls that tall and that strong and at that age. And I felt like LeBron James's mama. Is that him? LeBron James, little mama. And I lived through her. And I made her do all of that. And she hated it. She hated it. And so one day she came to us and she goes, I'm sick of all this and I'm not doing it anymore. She said, I want a cheer. I said, well, baby, we're big people. And I said, we don't tumble, but I'll try to figure this out. So I found out in the United States there's called competition cheer. And we have it here in Knoxville. It's called the Sharks. So they said, you're going to, for 10 weeks, you're going to do CrossFit 3 days a week, and you're going to do the paleo diet. The paleo diet is what God put upon this earth to sustain us. And He knows what we need. So it's lean meats, fruits, vegetables, nuts, berries, and seeds. So if you can run it down and kill it, dig it out of the ground, pick it off of a bush, you can eat it. That means no dairy, no grains of any kind. But when they tell you lean meats, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and berries, you think, that's not so bad. Okay, but no dairy, no grains. When's the last time anybody in here got off of white flour? Anybody, can you clap? Can you clap or are you too weak? Anybody here been hooked on heroin? Anybody? I've never been hooked on heroin, praise God, but I was raised watching Shaft. I don't know if y'all watched that when y'all were little on TV, and they would always have somebody getting off of heroin. It looked like a booger. It looked like an awful booger. And I'm not trying to belittle that, but I'm telling you, I shook getting off of sugar and white flour. I was drinking coffee 24 hours a day. My teeth got yellow. I had to have those bleached. My husband said, you are so hateful. Will you please eat a piece of white bread? But Church of God Beacon, I did it, honey. We did it. And I mean, then they took our after picture. It took, 10 weeks later, and I did not lose that much weight. It was like 8 or 9 pounds, but my body turned into somebody else's body, honey. And it was pretty cute. And I leaned out and I thought, oh my gosh. And so then they took our after picture, and I made sure I got a spray tan. And I had a really good bra on, and I took that picture. And I'm ashamed to tell y'all, but I won that competition. No, stop. I don't deserve to be applauded. I know y'all are thinking, oh gosh, Leanne, that's wonderful, but what happened? What happened, Leanne? I'll tell you what happened. I did okay for about 3 weeks, and then I spotted a tortilla. That's what happened. All over the United States, they've got this thing called competition cheer. And it's kind of like, if you don't know what that is, it's kind of like Honey Boo Boo meets the Olympics. Really. It's gymnast. They're gymnasts. And there's one in Knoxville called the Sharks. And they said, drop your baby off and she can try out to audition, whatever you want to call it. So I dropped her off, and they ended up putting her on a bad Mama Jamma team because all the little children her age came up to hear on her. And somebody's got to throw them up in the air. So they were thrilled with her, and they treated us like royalty. But anyway, they said, you're going to come in here twice a week, learn a 2-minute routine. It's going to cost you $150 a month. It's like, okay. They said, there's a uniform that you're going to order, and it comes to here. It's going to expose her stomach. She's going to have a tiny skirt on with a slit in it with a glitter panty underneath it. It's $300. I said, that's a whore outfit. And it came with its own bag of whore makeup. So that all the little children could look alike. And they said, y'all are going to travel to faraway lands and compete against other little whore children. So we went to like Cincinnati or Atlanta. And we had to get hotel rooms and the gas and all of that. And then you drive up to a big coliseum, a huge coliseum. And there's tens of thousands of little whore children walking around. And my husband said, there could be pedophiles here. This is the ugliest thing I've ever, something's not right. Okay, so then they said, you're going to pay $150 for your baby to be in this competition. You're going to have to pay $30 to put a band on to get in and watch your baby in this competition. Somebody was selling corn dogs for $15. Okay. They start out with the babies, so it goes from 5 to 18 ages. So the babies come out in a tiny little skirt about the size of a napkin. And they come out to Beyonce's All the Single Ladies. And their little mamas are in their 20s. And they're not bitter yet. And they're in the front doing every move to keep their baby on track because they're babies and they need to be at home breastfeeding. So they move up throughout the day into my baby's age, and they're the reef sharks. They call out that name, honey, for 2.5 minutes. My baby throws little children up in the air. I praise God that Weight Watchers doesn't have a limit on how many times you can join. Because I've done Weight Watchers 9 times. And I've lost 7 pounds in all. It's because I don't follow it. And I know it works. I really do. I know it works, but I go more for the comedy at the meetings. I don't know if y'all have ever been to a Weight Watchers meeting, but it is so funny. Okay, but like everybody comes up with recipes. Like the other day, we were there, and a woman goes, okay, if you put a teaspoon of cocoa and an egg white and put a dollop of water in it and pray over it and put it in the microwave, you've got chocolate cake. And we've all got our iPhone out and trying to film her. And then somebody will get up and they'll go, oh my gosh, y'all, there's fat-free chocolate mint ice cream, but you can only find it at the Harriman Walmart. And people start throwing chairs and like running in a panic. This is what I figured out about myself. Okay, I eat, and I think it's because I'm from sweet country farming people. We value our children and what we've grown to eat and what we've killed. So my people use food for everything. If you're happy, if you're sad, if whatever. I mean, a celebration, woo, okay. And I know I've done that, and I know that I eat emotionally, but I never wanted to ride around in a minivan on dope or alcohol with little children in the car. I didn't want to drink whiskey, so my kids would get to fighting, and my husband would say something hateful like, "What have you done all day?" And that would make me so mad, and I'd eat a hot dog, and I didn't even know what happened. But Weight Watchers has a point system. So say you get like 23 points out of the day, and you got to go within those points, and they'll say, fruits and vegetables are free. You don't want fruits and vegetables. When you first start, you're so hungry that you could eat the wallpaper off the wall. A chicken breast is 3 points. A Snicker bar is 12 points. That's what you want. I've been known to be in the closet turning a lamp on and off, eating a sleeve of Chips Ahoy cookies. So I try to stay within my points. All right, my sister will go on it every time I will, and she lives in Clarksville, Tennessee, and she'll call me and she'll say, it's noon, and I've eaten all my points. My middle one that lives here in Chattanooga has always had a lot of suitors coming around and wanting to date her. And she had this one, and he was I wouldn't say an Eddie Haskell, but he was a schmoozer. Like he knew he was a player, okay? Their daddy's not a player, okay? My husband, he doesn't chat. Like he vacuumed out my car when he was dating me, and he bought my cigarettes, so that's how we started. But anyway, it was the 80s. But anyway, the young people call it playa, some fast-talking boy. She had this fast-talking boy coming around, and he would say to me things like, Miss Morgan, you look beautiful today. And I was like, can I make you a casserole? Thank goodness they broke up because I was exhausted. I was mopping the floor and blowing my hair out every day. And I don't do that. Let me tell you why I got played. I thought, why am I so tickled when somebody compliments me? It's because my love language is words of affirmation. Have y'all ever heard of that book, 5 Love Languages? It is wonderful, and it works. It's the real deal. My husband and I went on a Sunday school class retreat when our children were little, and we watched this little frail man talk about it. Okay, and it was on Oprah, so you know it's real. But anyway, what it is there's 5 love languages, and you get the book, you read the book. Well, you don't really, I don't read the book. But anyway, you take the test, and it tells you what your prominent love language is out of those 5, and it tells you what your partner's love language is. So then you can go home at night and feed your partner their love language, and they can feed you your love language, and then your love tank feels full. And if you don't do it, then your partner's liable to go to work, and they're at the water fountain, and some whore comes in. And feeds their love language. And then they feel a tingle. And then Satan swoops in. Y'all know where I'm going with that? It's a disaster. So, there's 5 love languages. There's quality time. And that's my sister's. Quality time, but you just can sit and watch ESPN with somebody, which I don't want to, but I mean, you just sit with somebody. Okay, then there's gifts, and you can just give them a card and they feel loved. It doesn't have to be something expensive. Okay, then there's physical touch, and most women in here will go, oh my gosh, that's my husband's. Physical touch. He's on me like a duck on a June bug. But it's not that kind of nasty. I'm talking about, like there's people that just want to hug you and kiss you and squeeze you and they got to hold your hand. That's the physical touch they're talking about. Okay, then there's words of affirmation. That's mine. So all my husband has to say is, Leanne, you are a good mama. Leanne, that Trisha Yearwood's chicken piccata is to die for. And then my love tank feels full, and then I'm willing to do something vulgar with him. And then he gives me money to get my hair highlighted. So you see how it all works out. So his love language, the 5th one, is acts of service. So I have to go and build a set of shelves in the garage for him to feel love. So they said, for 10 weeks, you're going to do CrossFit 3 days a week, and you're going to do the paleo diet. The paleo diet is what God put upon this earth to sustain us. And He knows what we need. So it's lean meats, fruits, vegetables, nuts, berries, and seeds. So if you can run it down and kill it, dig it out of the ground, pick it off of a bush, you can eat it. That means no dairy, no grains of any kind. But when they tell you lean meats, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and berries, you think, that's not so bad. Okay, but no dairy, no grains. When's the last time anybody in here got off of white flour? Anybody, can you clap? Can you clap, or are you too weak? Anybody here been hooked on heroin? Anybody? I've never been hooked on heroin, praise God, but I was raised watching Shaft. I don't know if y'all watched that when y'all were little on TV, and they would always have somebody getting off of heroin. It looked like a booger. It looked like an awful booger. And I'm not trying to belittle that, but I'm telling you, I shook getting off of sugar and white flour. I was drinking coffee 24 hours a day. My teeth got yellow. I had to have those bleached. My husband said, "You are so hateful. Will you please eat a piece of white bread?" But Church of God Beacon, I did it, honey. We did it. And I mean, then they took our after picture. It took, 10 weeks later, and I did not lose that much weight. It was like 8 or 9 pounds, but my body turned into somebody else's body, honey. And it was pretty cute. And I leaned out and I thought, oh my gosh. And so then they took our after picture, and I made sure I got a spray tan. And I had a really good bra on, and I took that picture. And I'm ashamed to tell y'all, but I won that competition. Oh, stop. I don't deserve to be applauded. I know y'all are thinking, oh gosh, Leanne, that's wonderful, but what happened? What happened, Leanne? I'll tell you what happened. I did okay for about 3 weeks, and then I spotted a tortilla. That's what happened. So this baby, let me tell y'all about her. I have treated her different from all the other ones, honey, because, all right, everything that she'd do, like she'd start crying when she's a baby, because babies, the third, fourth, and fifth, they cry, and you just let them. And I'd be like, what's she crying about? She wants your toy? Well, just give it to her. I can't deal with it. I remember saying one time, you want those knives to play with? Okay. What? Okay. When she was getting her driver's license, so different from when the first one got his. Honey, he got his, and we were so strict with him. We'd say, you can go to school, but you got to call us when you get there. You can only come home. And then after 6 months, we were like, you can go to Steak and Shake. And then you got to come home. So strict. Then the second one didn't care anything about driving, really didn't start till she was close to 17. Well, this baby wanted hers the day she turned 16. I didn't think she was going to pass it because she doesn't care. But she did because she's smart. All right, let me tell you, she's one of those kids that, I know y'all know people like this. Like if I gave her $20 and said, make it to New York tonight, she would do it and have money left over. Like she's, people like that, like got it up. Okay, so she passed that test. I was so mad because I thought, I'm not going to have a baby in the car with me anymore, even though when they're in middle school and high school, isn't that aggravating? When they turn that radio up and it's blasting and I don't like that song and booming and a-doing, and then I'm trying to drive and I feel like when I can't hear, I can't see. Oh, I don't know. It's awful. But she went and got that darn driver's license, and this is how different it was raising her from the first one and the second one. She got that driver's license. My husband and I were sitting there at night, and he said, where is she? And I said, I don't know. And he said, does she have any money? And I said, I don't know. Nobody ever said another word. We still don't know where she went.
60th birthday rolls around. That's a big one, sir. 6-0, waiting for my gift. 6-0 birthday gift. She buys me 12 hours with a personal trainer named Todd. Hi, Jeff, I'm 2% body fat, Todd. Well, hey, 2%, I'm 80% flabby Jeff. How you doing? First question he asked me, how long has it been since I had an exercise program? Well, let me ponder that one, Tato. It's gonna take a while to do the math here. I'm 60. Well, 60 years, 9 months. Didn't take that long at all. Yeah. To be honest with you, Todd, I haven't moved with any purpose since I won the race at conception. I don't want to brag, but Al ran 3 billion that morning. Still exhausted. Undaunted by my response, Todd says, well, we'll start you out slow. That's what he said, we'll start you out slow. So I slept with ankle weights on the first couple of months. That was, when you get up and use the bathroom as many times as I do in the middle of the night, you burn some calories. You know what? We would all exercise. Everybody on planet Earth would exercise if the weight we gained was in a different place on our bodies. Think about where we gain weight, our stomachs and our behinds. It's never in our way. A couple pounds on your forehead would get you to a gym. Man, I can't see nothing. They're gonna take my license away from me.
Trying to get into shape, man. This is so embarrassing. I accidentally joined a gym for female bodybuilders. I didn't know, okay? I just walked in one day and I was like, seems like a lot of high-pitched grunting's going on here. Am I gonna be the only guy working out here? Is that gonna be weird? And the lady who owned the gym was like, no, what? No. Give me your credit card. That's how I became a member. I got a free workout session with the trainer, 6'1" Austrian woman. She's like, okay, so what we're gonna do first are the hip thrusters. Do you know how to do the hip thrusters? Like, lady, I don't even know if I know what you just said, okay? I'm gonna tell you this, I am scared to death of you. She's like, I get that all the time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you scooch down low. You're gonna lean back. We're gonna take a 35-pound plate. We're gonna put it right here. You're gonna drop your hips nice and low. You're gonna raise them up. All the way. Squeeze the buttocks at the top. Squeeze it, pinch it. Okay, very good. Now drop the buttocks. There you go. We're gonna do 20 of these. So now I am the only man at an all-female gym. I see a woman squatting 250 pounds while I'm just like gently cradling a 35-pound plate weight. And I'm looking around like, this is the most vulnerable I've ever been in my whole life, dude. And the worst part was, I was not gonna make it to 20. My legs started doing that like shaking failure thing. I'm slowly sinking into the ground. I'm using my head to like bounce up and down. I'm squealing a little bit. I'm arguing with the trainer. I am squeezing my buttocks, you Nazi psychopath. So, been trying to work out from home more lately. I looked at this one thing called a swim treadmill. If you've ever seen it, it's like a long hot tub. It just shoots water at you. You swim in your backyard like this. Because every trainer will tell you, best form of exercise, struggling for your life in a river somewhere. This thing is nuts. Hey, Phil, you look good. What have you been doing? Just waterboarding myself. I lost 20 pounds. Also admitted to 3 crimes I didn't even commit. Here's the crazy thing. I saw one, the off button was in the front. And it seemed like a mistake. You don't have enough juice in the tank, you're just stuck in your backyard like, somebody drink! That'd be a weird funeral, wouldn't it? Hey, what happened to Phil? Oh, he drowned in a class 1 rapid in his backyard.
I started working out at a new gym. You might have heard of it, Curves. Well, that's a good gym. First day, they give you a personal trainer. She stood me in front of a full-length mirror. She says, Mark, we're gonna identify your trouble spots. I see it every day. It's all trouble. I said, if you really want to identify my trouble spots, shouldn't we be looking at my refrigerator? That's where the trouble starts. She She told me she was going to introduce me to muscle confusion. I hadn't worked out in 2 years when I started working out at the Curves. I said, my muscles are confused because I'm here. They're going, where's the couch? But she was a good trainer. Great trainer. I played sports all my life from the time I was a little kid in the 5th grade throughout college. I've had some of the best trainers in the world. I went to the University of Southern California, and we had some of the best trainers there that you could possibly imagine. But this trainer at the Curves, best trainer I've ever had, bar none. This is how good this trainer is at the Curves. First 6 weeks, my chest went from an A to a C cup. I got to the gym one day and my trainer said to me, she says, Mark, today we're gonna bench press. And I'm a man, did I mention that? You say to a man, we're gonna bench press. We swell right up, don't we guys? Voice get all deep. Yeah. Let's bench press. She grabbed 2 10s and put one on each side of the bar. I was like, girl, get out of here with that. Get 4 of them 45s from over there and put them on this side of the bar. I'm gonna put 4 45s on this side of the bar. We're gonna bench press like a man. Right here in the Curves. So we loaded the bar up. It had that arc in it. You ever see that dude at the gym lifting all the weights? You can't go home because you got your car up there. So I get down on the bench, I get ready to start bench pressing, I put my hands on the bar. And when you start bench pressing, you can't put your hands just wheeling-neely anywhere on the bar. Am I right, guys? Woo! Gotta make sure your hands are symmetrical, right? After about 15 minutes of that, I was like, woo! This is a tough workout you got going right here. This is that muscle confusion you was talking about? I'm confused. Finally, I get down on the bench, I throw the weight right up. Gravity is a funny thing. The weight came down so fast, made a whistling sound. I tried to bounce it off my chest. You know, you get that little, it sunk deeper into my chest. Every time I moved, it was like quicksand. I was like, ah! I felt like I was about to pass out, but you can't pass out at the Curves. Your woman's gonna be embarrassed. I did what every man in here should do if you find yourself in that situation. I let out just a little bit of pee. Not enough to be construed as I peed on myself, just a squirt to help take the edge off the pain. You understand what I'm talking about? Just a little spritz so I could think what to do next. A splash so I could get a moment of clarity. Wow. Once you get that clarity, your mind will tell you what to do. Roll it down. You get down to your waist, you can sit up, blame it on her. You're supposed to be spotting me. You know I ain't worked out in 2 years. Where are those 10s? I work out hard when I'm at the Curves, too. Really trying to get myself together, so I'm in there trying to put in some work. Yeah. I outbench everybody at the Curves. Nobody at that Curves can outbench me. There is one silverback of a woman who outcurls me. Really strong, 18-inch biceps. She comes into the gym hot every time I see her. She's like, yo, homeboy, you using them 50s? No, ma'am. Nice tooth.
I've been trying, man. I went to the gym. I was trying to lift weights. You know, at the gym they call weights free weights, but I tried to take some home from 24 Hour Fitness. and they called the cops. Free weights aren't free at all, guys. Free weights cost 80 hours of community service. And they call the cops, and you run away from the cops, and that's cardio, so your membership is still totally worth it.
I should work out. I've never had a reason to work out before. People are always like, oh, it makes you feel great. I'm like, oh, so does In-N-Out. You let me know when they make protein bars animal style. All right. I have a lot of friends who will work out just to break even. You know any of those people? They're like, I ran 4 miles, now I can eat cake. Like, pretty sure that's not how that works. You can't just be like, I saved a guy's life, now I can kill someone. I know a lot of dudes who are way too buff for no reason at all, and they'll never use that amount of buffness in their daily life. They're like, oh, I work out all day, every day. I'm so ready for my job at the Sprint store. It's like, bro, phones aren't that heavy. Don't worry about it. It's too much. No one's ever going to remember that when you're gone. That's never on a gravestone. Just like, here lies Daniel, a loving son, a good person, abs of steel. R.I.P. because he's ripped. Never forget, Thursday was leg day.
I'm trying to get in shape, but I don't want to turn into one of those annoying gym people. I have this friend that's like, yeah, man, I go to the gym religiously. I'm like, oh, do ya? Because I'm a gym atheist, actually. Respect my beliefs. I used to believe in the gym, but then I thought, if the gym were real, why is there so much pain and suffering at the gym? Just don't know. Like, I'd be in the gym in pain going, if you were a merciful gym, you could have prevented this. And I grew up going to the gym religiously. It's just how my parents raised me. And it was hard breaking it to them that I'd become a gymnatheist. They still made me talk to those 2 guys with white shirts that come on the stationary bikes. You know these guys. They're like, do you have a couple minutes so we can share a brief message about our personal trainer, Jesus? I'm like, no thanks. Loved the musical though, fellas, congrats. I used to be into the gym, like, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I used to be able to do the shake weight and the thigh master at the same time. Yeah, what's up, ladies? They don't even have that equipment at the gym. I brought it from home. I was devout. I really did grow up going to the gym religiously. My dad is a former professional bodybuilder, and he tries to teach me weightlifting, and I'm hopeless, because whenever I'm trying to work out a certain part of my body, I'll miss. Like, I'll be doing bicep curls, and somehow my neck is lifting it. Like, I knew you could miss in basketball. I didn't know you could miss at weightlifting. Like, I tried to do bench press, which is supposed to be for your chest and arms, but for some reason, my butt was like, don't worry, bro, I'll lift it. I'm like, no, butt, don't! It's not your turn. He's like, too late, already did it. I'm like, how did you do that? I'll be doing squats, and all of a sudden my colon is like, it's my time to shine. I'm like, no, colon, don't. My dad's like, are you feeling the burn? I'm like, not how you think I'm supposed to be doing. All the equipment at the gym just recreates stuff you do in real life anyway, right? Like the rowing machine is rowing, stationary bike is cycling, and the treadmill recreates the experience of not being able to keep up with the sidewalk. Actually, if there's a girl working out in front of me while I'm on the treadmill, it's a perfect metaphor for my dating life. Because I'm expending all this energy and not getting any closer. And I'm always sweaty.
So I've been trying to get in shape, get back in shape, so I'm gonna do a few movies and joined a new health club. Don't you hate when you go to the health club and you can't find a parking space close to the door? Forget this, man. I'll come back another time. And I hate when you're at the health club and those big buff guys come up to you. Mind if I jump in with you? Especially when I'm in the shower. No! Nautilus machines, some of them are impossible to figure out. I thought I had this one figured out the other day. You kind of lay in it, lift up with your right hand, lay in the opposite direction, lift up with your left hand. Till this girl comes up to me and goes, "You about done with that tanning bed there, pal?"
Do what you can. I joined a health club. It's $30 a month, which breaks down to about $30 a workout. It's 4 blocks from my house. I drive. Don't judge. Don't judge me. It's not technically a health club. It's one of those, what do they call those? Those Mexican restaurant. Here's the thing. After a large burrito and hot salsa, I'm tired and sweaty when I walk out of there. I mean, that's...
Like I should talk. I checked into the hotel. I checked into my hotel. They're like, "We have a gym here." I'm like, "Okay." I'm intimidated by it. I go to the gym, big guys. And last time I walked into a gym, this guy's 6'4", 260, not an ounce of fat. He's like, "Can you spot me?" "Yeah, I spotted you from the road." "My Lord, you're massive." He said, "No, can you spot me on the bench?" "Yo, dog, if you can't lift it." I don't feel the need to work out. I think I'm 57 years old. I'm in pretty good shape, I think. I do 1 sit-up a day. Yeah. In the morning when I get up, that's half. And tonight when I lay down, that's going to be the other half.
But I've been going to the gym. I've been trying to be good about working out. All my friends are like, "Oh, it's great you going to the gym. You can meet people there." You know. No one ever talks to me at the gym. Like one time a guy came up to me, he was like, "Oh, where'd you get the snacks?" I'm like, "Oh. Great. Now I'm the girl with the outside food." But my friends are always like, "Oh, you can meet men there." I think I can meet men. I'm like, I don't have any pickup lines at the gym. The best thing I can come up with is like, "Hey, who we kidding? I know an ice cream shop up the street. What do you say we get out of here? You'll have a little afternoon delight." I actually do I get intimidated at the gym because there are always guys there lifting weights, making all these noises. I don't know if you've ever seen them. You know, they're like, "Ah, oh, this is terrible." I'm like, no one's forced you to pick up those weights. There's plenty of other lighter weights right around here. Play with those. But it's addictive making those noises. I do it now when I go to the gym. I leave out the lifting heavy weights part. I just walk through the door like, "Ah, this is terrible. What am I doing here?" I did do some Groupons for fitness. They had one in New York for Mendez Boxing Gym. Boxing's a really good workout. Anyways, I went and I told them, it's my first day of a Groupon, and they said, "Okay, well, go get changed. Go downstairs to get changed. When you're ready, see the guy in the red shirt in the corner. He'll show you around." So, all right, I go down, I get changed, I go over to the guy, I'm like, "It's my first day," and he says, "Are you training for a fight?" And I was like, "No, I have a Groupon." I don't know if I was more embarrassed that I had a Groupon or he thought that I looked like an out-of-shape female boxer. And I was like, either way, I'm saving money. I got a couple for yoga. They have one in my neighborhood in Brooklyn, really nice yoga place, very serene, beautiful surroundings, and I walk in and I tell the lady, I'm here with my Groupon. The yoga teacher brings me in, she puts me on the mat next to this beautiful woman, perfect size 2, big engagement ring, native tan. And the yoga teacher's like, "Let me know if you have any questions." I'm like, "Yeah, is she always here? Because I'd like to come to classes that she's absent from, if you don't mind." I went to another place in the city, another yoga place, totally different scenario. In Manhattan, I go in, I say, I have my Groupon, and they're like, "Oh, you're number 10. I'm like, "Excuse me?" And they're like, "Oh, when you go in the room, you'll see there's numbers on the floor. Put your mat on number 10. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Come on in, relax, de-stress, do it right there. That's where you do it. Relax on that one. So I did. I went in, and sure enough, someone's on number 10. I'm like, here we go. I'm like, excuse me, I'm number 10. And she's like, oh, do you mind going to number 7? I want to be next to my friend. And I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm not doing this. For all I know, I go to number 7. She pulls some funny business on number 10. And my name's on the books downstairs. No, I don't want any part of it. I went and got a bacon, egg, and cheese. Much better use of my time, I think. I did. I joined a running group, too. And this is what I learned about myself. I'm a very ugly runner. I get, like, beet red. I'm hyperventilating. My arms are flailing. People are actually stomping me on the street like, are you okay? Do you need help? Looks like there's something very wrong happening here. I'm like, no, I'm just exercising. Thank you. This is what I look like when I do things that are good for me. But it's true, I feel like when I run, I cause other people to run. Like they see me coming and they just throw their stuff in the air. They're like, I don't know what's going on, but this girl looks terrified. And I'm getting out of the way. The guy who runs my group, he thinks like everything you put in your body should be fuel, and he knows I don't feel the same way. So he's always trying to get me to stick with it. He's like, you know, Kendra, Olympic runners eat 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day. And I'm like, well, I got that down. I eat like I'm training for the Olympics, but I work out like a clinically depressed hypochondriac. I'm like, I don't want to go. Everybody hates me. My back's broken.
If you have the choice, don't do it. Being a man, a lot of responsibility. Very few perks. Really not. Oh, if this building goes on fire, you better let the women and children get out first, if you're a real man. Well, those women and children better be in good shape, because I don't work out 3 days a week to burn the building. I work out so I'm strong enough to trip somebody on the way out of there. I'm in getaway shape, ladies and gentlemen. I will make it. I do just enough. I'm not trying to get in shape. That's too much of a man. Just enough shape to get out on time. That's the kind of shape I'm in. I got friends that do hot yoga. They're like, oh, you got to do hot yoga. Nah, dog, that sounds like it stinks. I'm not going to do it. I've done regular yoga, and everybody was farting in there. And at no point in time did I say, whew, somebody should turn the heat on. I never said it. Hot yoga's not for me. I got an extra spot in my CrossFit class. I bet you do. That place is awful. People that do CrossFit, I judge their humanity. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? Like, why are you all trying to get in shape on the first day? Like, it's too much. Lifting too much. Like, they're all training like they're going to prison tomorrow. Like, why are you trying to get in this kind of shape? Save some muscles for tomorrow, man. Just space out the workouts. You go to a CrossFit gym. It always some broken down basement, some garage. Walk into this gym, it feels illegal. It's like, this place is awful. They used to sell Herbalife. This place smells like dashed hopes and dreams, man. This place is horrible. There's no equipment. It's just a tire in the middle of the room. So, where's the equipment? Oh, that is the equipment. You're gonna flip that tire 25 times and you just spin it on your finger, and then you're gonna wrestle an alligator. So what? Why do I need to be in alligator wrestling shape? When am I ever gonna need wrestling alligator skills? Come on. If my wife gets attacked by an alligator, I gotta find another wife. I can't be walking around with alligator bait. That's bad.
Physical, I was complaining to my doctor. I'm like, Doc, look at me, I used to have a six-pack. No, it's just a sad sack. I said, Mark, you need to do more crunches. Yeah, Mark, yeah. Now I'm doing Nestle's Crunch and Captain Crunch. Try to get to the gym. I like the gym. They have some awkward things in my gym, like when you work out on the bikes and the cardio, and they put a bank of televisions in front of the cardio machine so you can watch TV, news, and sports while you're working out. What they do, though, they turn down the volume on the TV. They put on closed captioning. Anyone here ever paid close attention to closed captioning? I don't know what three-fingered, English is a fourth language, GED reject they hired to do that job. I'm at the gym the other day. I'm trying to watch the news. The CMM is retorting that President Don Juan Trumpet would be marinating with Russian ladder Badmir pudding over the situation in cereal and whooping crane.
I'm so sore right now. Oh, how long are you supposed to rest between workouts? Because it was 6 years. I felt like that should have... I can't recover! I can't, and I know it. I went into my gym and they put up these motivational posters to frighten you into having a good workout. And they put up a new one by the squat rack. It said, "Go heavy or go home." Yeah, so I went heavy. Should have gone home. Went to do my squats. I went all the way down and I remained there. I couldn't get back up. I had to crawl out from under the bar. It's humiliating, because the guys at the gym saw. They made a big noise, and there's things you want to hear those guys say. You want to hear things like, "You got it, oh, you." You don't want to hear things like, "Are you okay, sir? Do you need us to call someone? Are you wearing a special bracelet, sir? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" Of course, right next to me, some big gorilla in the next squat rack had 600 pounds on the bar. He looked at me and he said, "Can you give me a spot?" I don't like how you laughed at that already. I told him, I said, "I don't even think I could slow that down if something went wrong." I said, "The best I can do is try and talk you out of it." And I did. He went home. We actually left.
I don't like the gym. It's a lot of weird stuff happening in the gym. Every time I go in the gym, it never fails. I walk in the locker room. It's an 85-year-old man walking around, butt naked, with shower shoes on, a towel on his shoulder, eating sunflower seeds, just marching around. I'm like, "Sir, where's your family?" And this man always want to strike up a conversation with me. I'm like, "Sir, what you're not going to do is talk to me with no pants on." So that's very inappropriate. I was in the gym the other day. I saw this woman, her pants said yoga, but her butt said McDonald's. I think you're sitting on the golden arches, man. That's what I think it's...
You know, I've also learned that when you are taking care of people, it's very important that you take care of yourself too, right? So I joined a gym. Thank you. I'm ready to quit. But you know what? I'm gonna hold out till Martin Luther King Day because I have a dream. My trainer told me that walking is good exercise because you can do it anywhere. No, you can't. In my neighborhood, you start at walking, end up running. But listen, life is short. You should do what you love. And I love dancing. That's what I love doing. So that's why I go to Zumba. Oh, thank you. I love Zumba. Zumba is like going clubbing in comfortable shoes. But here's the thing. Have you ever seen that woman in Zumba class who takes it way too seriously? You know, she knows every move. She's just waiting for the instructor to drop dead because that's gonna be her moment. That's me. But here, you know, what I really love about Zumba class is that anybody can come, anybody can do it. Well, almost anybody. Well, we had a woman show up to Zumba class, and she was 7 months pregnant. And I was like, she better not have that baby on a good song. My favorite person in Zumba class is that woman who is always off beat. It's fascinating, right? It's like the signals from her brain to her feet are using an outdated version of Google Maps. You know, we go left, she goes right, she goes right, we go left. Is she ahead, is she behind? I don't know now, it's a time travel question. But she really is is my favorite person in class, okay? Because come on, she knows she's off beat, but she shows up anyway. Showing up is half the battle in life, okay? So I love this woman. I support this woman. I just can't look at this woman. Because she is the Medusa of dancing. I mean, one look and I'm done to the next song. Like, oh. Is that a baby?
I'm trying to meet people the old-fashioned way, which is in person, right? And I was at this birthday party, and this woman smiled at me. I was like, okay, I gotta say hi to her. And I walked up, and I froze, and she was polite. She told me she was a personal trainer. And I was like, I need a personal trainer. And I was like, come on, brain. And my brain was like, you do. Your muscles are bad. And she goes, okay, I'll train you. And now I just pay her to do her job. You can approach anyone who you immediately offer employment to. Day one, she goes, how many pull-ups can you do? And I said, 5. And then I realized you can't lie to somebody that's about to see how many pull-ups you can do.